Hey, good morning guys. Another beautiful day in San Francisco, Chinatown. So this morning, my photograph of riding my bicycle by an AMC popped up in another article. And this article was titled something like AMC giving up half its gains since June, something like that. And that's because the peak price in June was in the 70s, and now it's like $35, $36. So I responded to that as being fake news, right? It's fake news because they're taking a little frame of time, right, to sort of manipulate people's thinking and their minds into being discouraged into investing in the company and having faith in the company, right? Because if you zoom out, right, the price in January was $2, you know, and then you also have to think, hey, there's a lot of good things happening with AMC. They just had the UFC fight this past Saturday. A lot of other great news, you know, is coming out. Sold out theaters, blockbuster movies coming out that are breaking records, post-pandemic records, right? A lot of good news. Why is the stock going down, right? Why is there bad news about AMC? And it's all the same story, right? It's the same story, which is that anytime you are disrupting the current power structures, whether it be political, financial, educational, whatever it may be, the things that clearly in our society are not working, right? These things are not working because the quality of those things continues to go down. So that tells us that something is wrong with them. So anytime there's something that's disrupting those power structures, it will be attacked relentlessly in the media, because the media works together with all of them, right? And that's not a superstition. That's not a, like a blind claim. I think you would be very foolish to think that the powers that be don't have the money and influence, right, to influence the media, to influence all of these articles, right? How are these people making their money? All of these media companies, they're making it through sponsorship, right? They're making it through, money, right? Who's paying them? It's money. Are you paying them? I don't think so, right? So they're getting their money from somewhere, and those people don't want to see the money in your hands. That's the truth. It's all about power and control. So anyway, Aquarius 3E, you know, you see my photo in that, you see my photo, right, riding my bike. You see my determination. You know, I'm not giving up. Giving up is not in my DNA. So we're doubling down on our position. And not only that, adding $145 strike calls to AMC for December 17th. And for those who don't know, a call is basically when you believe that the stock is going to go up. From this time until the strike date is December 17th, I believe that the stock price is going to go up. And by putting it at $145, I believe it's going to go up significantly. If it indeed does that, the gains would be massive, right? So what the hedge funds did, right? Let me explain this to you. Why what they did was wrong, morally wrong, okay? And why they're being punished for it. What the hedge funds did was they put puts, okay? They put puts on the stock. Now, put is when you believe that the stock is going to go down. So, you know, there's plenty of good cases you can make for puts, right? It's like some company might get some bad news and you're like, ooh, maybe it's going to go down, right? So you put a put on it. But what they did, right, is they saw that AMC was going through the pandemic. And they're like, no one's going to the movie theaters during the pandemic, right? Let's put so many puts that we just get them like done, bankrupt them, right? Let's get them bankrupt, because then guess what? If the company goes bankrupt, the money that you make from those gains, they're called capital gains, right? You don't have to pay capital gains tax on it if the company goes bankrupt. So they literally want the company to go to zero, right? And that's messed up, right? They wanted to do to AMC what happened with Blockbuster. They were like, going to the movies is out, right? People are not going to want to go back after the pandemic, and they're all going to want to stay home and watch Netflix in their fancy hi-fi home studios, okay? But we, the apes, we saw that and we started buying in big numbers. So we're not giving up. You understand? This is a guerrilla warfare. Apes all over the country, all over the world are banding together. And you know, you see me here in the financial district, you know, I'm about to go to Wells Fargo and make this stuff happen, right? Because who knows, maybe Wells Fargo is in on this stuff too. You don't know, right? They just recently shut down personal lines of credit for people. Last time they did that was in 2008, before the market crash, right? So we don't know what's going on, but we can't live by fear, right? You can't let fear control your life. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? If you believe in something, you do it, right? If you lose, you lose. You can't always win in life, right? But if you believe in something, you do it, and you keep doing it, until you win. That's how we do it. That's guerrilla warfare. All right, so this is actually the first Wells Fargo, first one ever. Inside there's like a horse carriage that apparently they kept gold bars in there, right? When the gold rush was going on, that was their first bank, was this sort of horse carriage. So it's pretty interesting. And you know, look, 1852 it was founded. You know, that's not really that long ago. 169 years, that's not that long ago if you really think about it. That's like 4 or 5 generations, right? So, you know, things have gotten a little bit like chaotic and a little bit crazy in the world, but I think people are waking up and they're learning really fast, right? And so I think things will change. They will start to change gradually. Americans especially cannot be so gullible, cannot believe things, right? Khrushchev, he was the Soviet leader, right? In 1959, he said that communism would infiltrate every aspect of American life without firing a shot. And he said it was because Americans are so gullible, right? And I don't think he's wrong about that. I think Americans are very gullible. A lot of them are very emotional, right? And reacting to emotion instead of looking at what's actually going on, okay? So that's all I have to say about this right now. And I'll get back at you. Have a good day.